Well, it's that time again. Time for an election. Time for chaos. Time for a switching of power, possibly. And if not, definitely a new world outlook. Of course, this is everyone's favorite topic. No one likes to talk about politics. That's the honest truth. And the thing is, it's something that needs to be addressed because it does affect everyone and is extremely important to everyone. It kind of determines your future. So, yeah, everyone absolutely should vote, but not only vote, but research each candidate. Research I'm going to sound crazy, but research independent candidates and actually find people who actually want to help the country and want to make things better. And it could be for Senate, they could be president, they could be your governor, but mayor, anything, it matters. It matters a lot because we've had questionable mayors in the past and it has caused us to have a lot of things that we now regret. So, yeah, like I was saying, it's extremely important no matter what level of government or what level of power they have. It is very, very vital that you vote and research and find the best candidates. So with that said, we do not have good candidates. We haven't had good candidates, and I keep switching between candidates and candidates, but I say both. We haven't had good presidential candidates for a long time, probably since I've been alive, honestly. We've had some better than others, some worse than others. But the thing is, a lot of the times they don't know what they're doing, or they're controlled by special interests. And when they're controlled by special interests, they don't care about us. They care about the rich people that are padding their pockets, the ones who paid for their campaigns. And that's not good at all. So we really need to change that. We need a government that is actually in the interest of people and not in the interest of companies and special interests. But in order for that to happen, we need to completely dismantle the political parties. And that's something that's going to be almost impossible to do. No one's going to want to do that. No one's going to want to lose their power and sacrifice their power for the greater good. That's just not going to happen. Now, it's possible to happen, but it would take a huge revolution. It would take an independent party winning. Not just the presidential seat, winning Congress and Senate, winning everything. All places of power. And honestly, it would probably need to come down to the governor, maybe not mayor, but governor levels as well. It would take a massive overhaul because what we need is a reset. Because Republicans and Democrats have become so corrupt that they're honestly just two sides of the same coin now. We got the far left and the far right. There's no middle ground. There's no peace. There's no cooperation. It's extremely disjointed. So what we're really needing is for the parties to disassemble and to make a united party. Now, we can have united parties that are, conservative and united parties that are liberal. And then, they could come in the middle ground and we can actually have things passed that help people and that help us get what we actually want and need. So that's really what needs to happen. But that's such an incredible Herculean effort that I doubt will ever go that way. I mean, it's possible. I'm never going to say anything's impossible. Everything is possible. It's just it would take a lot. But yeah, that's my opinion on the politics in general. And as far as the presidential election, either way, we're kind of screwed. Like I said, because both sides are very controlled. If Joe Biden wins, people are going to be pulling the strings like crazy. He's not going to be the president, honestly. And I've got a strange suspicion that it's going to switch to Kamala Harris. That's not me being conspiracy theorist. That's just my personal thoughts. I'm not going to get into why I believe that. It's just there's some signs that seem to be pointing at that. And honestly, she would probably do a better job because Joe Biden has some good ideas, but he's very, I don't want to say very old because, Trump's old also, but it's just his mind isn't what it needs to be to lead a whole country and speak with foreign powers and everything. He gets a little off track. He's tired. I mean, he honestly deserves to be able to retire. He's done a lot. But, yeah, anyway, and then, of course, we got Trump, which is king of the trolls. So either way, we're kind of in a bad situation. We need a third candidate that could actually win, but that's not going to happen. So either way, this election's going to be one of the two. I know that. But either way it swings, it's not going to be great. But honestly, I hope whoever wins by a landslide. Because if one just barely wins over the other, there's going to be so much debate. We won't hear who won the election for probably till at least January, because everyone will be debating if these votes counted, if the mail-in votes counted, if some of them were lost, if some of them haven't come in yet. There'll just be so much chaos, because if it's that close, any little thing can push it over to the other side, and both sides will be fighting. Because I said it's the two sides of the same coin. Have you ever seen Hunger Games? if you've watched Hunger Games, President Snow and President Coin, one stood for the rich people, one stood for the poorer people. You know, they didn't have a middle class in Hunger Games. It was poor and rich. And President Snow was this oppressive, rich overlord type character. He was, you know, just a bad, all-around bad guy. But then, once President Coin took over, she was just as bad, but she was the other way around. She wanted to take the world that was all corrupted and flip it around to the other side, but it would have been the same thing, just in reverse. It's honestly just as bad. So that's kind of how I review Republicans and Democrats. The President Snow and President Coin. That's how I view them, personally. So what we really need is a Katniss, an independent, to come in there and just shoot the arrow and reset everything. That's what needs to happen. But that's honestly the only reason I love those books, is because that is really, I mean, not in a violent sense, but that's what needs to happen politically. Anyway, I've said my piece. I just wanted to make a quick vlog, talk to everyone, let you know what's going on. Well, my thoughts about what's going on in the world. And yeah, I guess I will go ahead and get back and finish up tomorrow's video. And then got some ARA projects coming up. I haven't really done much of the ARA lately, but had some life things, so I've just been kind of busy. But I will get back into that soon. So I will see you. Thanks for listening.